Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and today we're doing something a little bit different. I hope you're all enjoying the beta version of FM22. I'm going to have a little go of it myself today, and just like all of you basic bitches out there, I'm going to be Newcastle United with their £200 million transfer budget. However, while you're all probably doing your best to unearth the hottest young gems of Football Manager, or maybe he's trying to manufacture a move for someone like Kylian Mbappe, what I'm going to do is see how quickly I can waste £200 million of the Saudi money that is being pumped into St James's Park after the takeover the other week. So let's dive into this experiment. Let's see how quickly we can waste £200 million and possibly ruin my beloved Newcastle United. And yes, I know, before you badgers in the comments, that 2-star estimated game speed is absolutely deplorable. By the time I finish this, it'll probably be time for FM23 to come out. Come on game, you can do it. Load. You can load. There might be another takeover soon. Right, here we are at the start of the game. Newcastle United hire Rutherford. He is replacing Steve Bruce. I mean, to be honest, I could probably do just as good, if not slightly better job than Steve Bruce, so not the worst appointment in the world for the Magpies. I'm earning $32.5 a week, which is more than I get from GRV Media and YouTube and all the likes, and we are rich. Amanda Staveley says, on behalf of everyone at Newcastle, I'd like to formally welcome you to the club. Please familiarise yourself with the club through our helpful welcome pack before we move on to discuss the vision and objectives we will be collectively working towards. Congratulations again. Amanda, thank you very much. And the big thing I'm interested in there is a £200 million transfer budget. We have got a lot of cash to spend, and my oh my, am I going to spend it on some absolute guff. Top earner Callum Wilson, that probably won't be for long. Key player Alan St Maximin, I can't really say he's getting anyone who's going to be any better than that on the list of players I've got. Although again, maybe there will be, who knows. Amanda, it's great to have you here. He's had a long and successful reign. I doubt it's going to go that way, Amanda. Do I need to schedule a press conference? No, I don't need that, and we don't need inter-squad friendly either. We know who's good and we know who's bad. Quite a lot of them are bad, that's why we're 19th in the bloody Premier League. But here we are, we have made it into the game. And before we sign any players, I think it's quite important that we tie down our stars, which is why I'm going to give Joe Linton a brand new contract. The Magpies' record signing is earning $80,000 a week for another 4 years. I mean, you can see from his ratings, he's not great. He's aggressive. He's an angry man, considering doesn't really do much on a football pitch. But maybe it's a new contract. I'll make him feel a little bit better about himself. Maybe start those goals flowing in. Hang on. He doesn't want a new contract because he's transfer. I didn't transfer list him. Why someone put Joe Linton on the transfer list? He's a leading Sky Bet Championship striker. Oh. Football Manager have done him dirty there. That's harsh on Joe Linton. Let's get him off the transfer list, for goodness sake. Where is he, my good man? There's Joe Linton. Can't be having Joe Linton on the transfer list, for goodness sake. There we go. Jobs are good, and Joe Linton not on the transfer list. We'll come back to his contract in a little bit, and we all know that Newcastle's defence isn't great. They need a centre back. They tried to sign a few over the summer. They were looking at Christopher Ayer, they looked at William Saliba, but the man I'm going to go for today is someone who I think is probably a bit more attainable, a realistic target for Newcastle, someone who needs football, who's just spent a lot of time sitting on the bench. He's not called Hill, it's Phil Jones. Christ, my typing's horrendous. Hill John. There he is though, they knew who I meant. Phil Jones, valued at £3.4 million. He's on the transfer list, so we should be able to get this done. And he's earning $110,000 a week. Let's make an offer for Phil Jones. Let's make him the first signing of the Saudi era. And let's, the problem is when you've got this much money, teams aren't going to just accept buttons for their players. They're going to want big money. They know you've got so much money, which is why I'm going to make Man United an offer of £20 million for Phil Jones. And the Red Devils, Man UFC, have only gone and accepted it. We have played you for fools there, Man United. Phil Jones is coming to St James's Park. We've only got a few weeks actually till the season starts against Brighton away from home, so we need to get some signings through the door. And another problem position for Newcastle is centre midfield. So rather than just waste our time bidding for players, I know a guy who's, he's itching to get himself a new club, and that is Jack Wilshere. Again, I know I've spelt that wrong, but there he is, a free agent. Now the problem is with a free agent is, who's he wanted by? We're better than all those teams. He's got the pick of the bunch. He can demand all the wages he wants. But Jack Wilshere, his preferred option is to come to Newcastle. We'll get him down as an important player, and we'll be playing him as a centre midfielder, which, obviously, why would we not play him there? Let's negotiate the contract he wants. I can give you more than that. 60 grand a week. A signing on fee. £2.5 million. Agent, you've done a damn good job in this deal. I'll give you a lot of cash as well. And that should be enough to get Jack Wilshere to St James's Park. He accepts the deal. We will finalise it. And it looks like Wilshere, maybe he's not Phil Jones, could be the first signing of this new era. But he's not the only centre midfielder I'm interested in. I want to bring back some of the old guard of Newcastle. Some of the players who maybe didn't achieve what they thought they would in years gone by. That's why I'm looking at Nottingham Forest's Jack Colback. Things kind of fell apart for him in the latter years under Rafa Benitez. Now he's at Nottingham Forest in the Championship, who've just been managed by Steve Cooper. Things are going a bit better for them. But Jack Colback, he deserves another crack in the Premier League. Let's make an offer for Jack Colback. He was a free agent when we signed him back in the day. We never should have let him go. 10 million quid will surely be enough, and it is. Forest accept the offer, and all that is left is to negotiate a contract to bring Jack Colback back to St James's Park. But we also need to right some wrongs in these new era for Newcastle United. And during the years, especially when we were in that Championship, one of Newcastle's biggest enemies was a man called Henry Lansbury, another man with a Forest past. And he didn't really have a good time when he played Newcastle. He got 2 players sent off. He was booed out the building. Then he came to St James's Park when he joined Villa, and he scored an own goal, and it was really, really funny. But now we're going to give him another chance in the Premier League. He's playing for Luton currently, so he might have just joined actually, so this transfer might be difficult. He might not be interested in joining a new club. Let's make an offer though, see if Luton are keen. We're probably going to have to pay... he's not quite as good as Colback, so we'll call it 9 million. And Luton are keen. They're willing to lose the player they've only just signed. But when you make offers as good as I am, that's what's going to happen. Let's go see if we can get these deals over the line. Then we'll have a look at a few more players we can just spunk a load of cash on. Right, Wilshere is set to sign. That deal is done. 650 grand will be deducted from the transfer budget. That's fine, we've still got a lot of money to play with. Let's hit accept and make Jack Wilshere the first signing of this illustrious new era at the club. Callback offer accepted. He's incredibly interested in negotiating terms. Of course you are, Jack. You're dying to come back. I can just tell. Hand over to Graham Jones. No chance. I'm dealing with this one front on. That's the way you got to do business, You can't hide behind your assistant coach a bit like Brucey did. We'll see he's going to be a regular starter. We'll suggest that. He likes it. How much money he's going to wait? Oh, Jack, you bloody devil, you. Making me give an offer first. Tell you what. How's £87,000 a week sound? Not good enough? A signing on fee of 2.5 million. I was thinking 10 million. That's a bit much. And the agent, just because you've done such a good job, £210,000 a week for 4 years. And the offer has been accepted. My client feels that is a very can't get me words out. I've wasted so much money here. He thinks it's a very acceptable offer, and it looks like Jack Colback's on his way to St James's Park for a second spell. Henry Lansbury isn't interested though. Henry Lansbury doesn't want to join a club that are now one of the richest teams in the world. Idiot. To pot with you, Henry. I always said you were a knob. The Newcastle board are looking to block the Phil Jones deal. The board feel that Phil Jones can be purchased for a much more reasonable amount and will therefore be looking to cancel the proposed transfer. They feel that a deal amounting of £10.25 million will be the absolute maximum they could afford, although they would still view that on the high side. Who do these buggers think they are? This would never happen under the Mike Ashley regime, I'll tell you that for now, mainly because we wouldn't offer £20 million for someone. Let's see what the board... Surely we can negotiate. Amanda, come on, let's talk business here. Oh god, we're talking to Yasser Al-Rumayyan. He's the PIF guy, he's probably a bit more scary. Please reconsider. We can't sanction the deal at the price already agreed. Is he taking the piss? He's involved with PIF, who are worth like £1 bajillion. Oh, this is really important. I would really implore you to reconsider. With all due respect, your protests won't change anything now. I mean, maybe that's a little bit telling. I mean, I don't want to make any ultimatums yet. We've only been here 5 minutes. I'll just pretend it's okay, and I'll just offer a bit less money, and I'll just give him a massive contract. So what do they want me offer? 10.25 million. I suppose I can do that. It's half of what I was going to pay. I'll just have to spend money elsewhere. £10.25 million. And they've accepted it, even though they could have had pretty much double that a few minutes ago. Can't believe it. Bloody new owners. What a bunch of shits they are. Let's have a look for some other players. And I tell you what, we need to kind of boost the profile of the club, which is why I think a certain YouTube superstar might be a good little signing. No, I'm not talking about HITC Sports Michael Ramsey or the Irish guys you want to call him. I'm thinking Ben Foster, the cycling goalkeeper. Get him on board, he's vlogging the whole thing, much more eyes on the product, getting much more fans from all over the place. Maybe he's getting a few nice YouTube brand deals. Newcastle could be sponsored by Newman or some VPN thing. That'd be great. Let's make an offer for Ben Foster. Not really valued at much money, but I mean, you get a lot when it comes to Ben Foster, just simply because of his YouTube clout. 10 million quid. Let's finalise this deal and get Ben Foster at St James's Park. Right, so Jack Wilshere's arrived. 3-star, that's alright. 66 grand a week. We'll leave all the other stuff later on. Colback set to sign. £10.5 million coming out of the transfer budget. Jack Colback is back at the club. We've had an offer accepted for Phil Jones, and we've had an offer accepted for Ben Foster. Let's go for Jones first. That might be the more difficult negotiation, considering the massive wages he's on at Man United. I mean, he's on 110 grand there, so we might have to offer a little bit more. You'll be a regular starter. We need centre-backs. It's no secret at all it's in James's Park. Let's negotiate the contract. I think he's double bluffing us here. He's won 69 grand a week. Although he's earning 110 at Man United. I mean, you would just stay at Man United, wouldn't you? I think he's calling my bluff here, which is why I'm going to offer him £165,000 a week. And just to stick two fingers up the club for stopping us spending all that money on him, I'm going to give him a signing on fee of £5 million. And the agent, 650 grand. The offer has been accepted. All we need now is for Phil Jones to sign on the dotted line and Yasser Al-Rumayyan not to just throw this deal down the toilet. Next we've got Ben Foster, the YouTube superstar himself. He'll be challenging Martin de Bragva for the number 1 jersey. We'll put him as he can be a cup goalkeeper, we'll say. He's fine with that. It's good enough for him. Let's negotiate the contract. He's going to wait until I've made an offer. He's gone for the Jack Colback school of thought. Let's call it £66,000 a week and a signing on fee of £2.5 million. Give him a couple of years. By then YouTube will probably be obsolete. Agent fee of 100 grand and the deal is accepted. Recommended. He'd be a good signing apparently. I mean, I thought this was a bit of a duff deal, but no, apparently Ben Foster is going to be a good signing. Clearly the FM engine knows all about Ben Foster and his YouTubing expertise. Let's get those deals across the line. Let's get them into the squad and we'll see what kind of money we've got left to spend. I mean, it's still going to be quite a lot of money. There's Jack Colback. He's arrived for £10 million. Jones is coming for 12.25 and so is Ben Foster for 11 million quid. So we've spent about About 35 million so far on 4 players, one of which was a free agent. So we've still got an absolute ton of money to spend. This is frightening for Newcastle. It's actually proven to be a bit more difficult to waste all this money. Phil Jones, 3.5 stars, come on. Then again, if Ben Foster's 3 stars, it's not really saying much, is it? Let's see if we can get Joe Linton that new contract we're looking at. Let's see if he's interested now. He's no longer on the transfer list. The fact that he was on the transfer list was ridiculous. Let's offer him a new contract. And this time, we're going to do it. His agent says his client would like to be guaranteed at this preliminary stage. Oh, here's what he would like to be guaranteed. He wants to be a squad player. Joe, man, be a bit more ambitious. You're a star, son. And we'll give him a big pay rise. You're damn right we will, Joe. You're damn right we will. Finalise those promises and let's get to the contract. 135 grand a week. Let's call it more. Why don't we call it 195 grand a week? Big loyalty bonus, big agent fee. We can't boost your wages that much every year though. We're gonna have to remove that. But that looks like a deal worth signing. I mean, forget that says he's a leading Sky Bet Championship striker. He's much better than that. And Joe Linton has agreed to the deal. Gotta hope PIF don't piss all over this one. We do need a bit more backup in attack though. I mean, Joe Linton's probably better on the wing. Dwight Gale's not very good. And Callum Wilson's always injured. So a man I want to bring back to the club is Seydou Doumbia. But is he on the game? I'm a little bit worried he's not going to be there. He is, Seydou Doumbia. He's a free agent. Oh, I can't really spend that much money on him. He's a wanted man. He's wanted by Chicago, Vancouver, Nashville and Austin FC. Let's get him back into the club. I mean, he was crap on loan the first time. But maybe he thinks, what? Seydou Doumbia. My client isn't currently interested in entering negotiations with your club. He feels playing for Newcastle wouldn't be a wise decision due to his dislike of the club. Oh, well, balls to you, Seydou Doumbia. I didn't like you anyway. You were crap when you came on loan and apparently you never even tried in training. That's why we're going to bring back Manuel Riviere instead, because he was, quite frankly, even worse for Newcastle. And at least we can spend some money on him. He's playing for Crotone in Italy, finishing 12, heading 14. That is exactly what you want to see from a backup striker. Let's call it 10 million. Suggest terms. Offer accepted. We need someone who we can spend big money on. That's kind of been a little bit of the issue here. I'll tell you what, we'll get this Emmanuel Riviere deal over the line, and I'll see if I can have a think of someone, a big name we could bring to St James's Park on huge money. Who could it be? Let's have a little think. Riviere is keen. Let's start the negotiations. He wants to move back to St James's Park. Maybe he'll be better the second time around. I mean, he wasn't very good the first time. Regular start. No, he's not going to be a regular starter, is he? That's a lie. Squad player. But that's alright. That's still good enough, isn't it? Let's negotiate the contract. We'll give him £70,000 a week. Come on, I'm feeling fruity today. Signing on fee of £2.5 million. And we'll make it a 3-year deal just for luck. Finalise the deal. And Emmanuel Riviere is getting a chance at redemption in a black and white shirt. At 31, he's probably at his peak powers. I mean, at Newcastle, he was absolutely guff. But why do I keep saying guff? I didn't know where he even got that word from. He wasn't very good. But he needs a work permit. Bloody Brexit. And that's going to cost us £20,000. Do you think that made of money? Because we bloody are. We're rich as Richie Rich. He was rich, wasn't he? Right, let's have a look at the transfers so far. We'll go to the transfer history. This says we've spent £56 million, but that's also including 25 on Joe Willock. So we've got 10 there on Colback, 10 on Phil Jones, and 10 on Ben Foster. We need to start spending some cash soon. And you know who could do with a bit of charity? Barcelona. Maybe so we can sign a superstar name from the Catalonian Giants. Let's have a little look, see who we could cherry pick from the new camp. I mean, the thing is, would any of them want to actually come to St James's Park? It's a shame Luke de Jong's on loan, because he would have been an absolute dream signing. Imagine him and Emmanuel Riviere up front. It would have been sensational. Right, Dembele's out for 7 months, otherwise that would have been a good waste of money. Philip Coutinho. Let's get little Phil back to St James's Park. Let's make an offer. I don't know if he would be keen. Who knows? 31 million quid. He is on the transfer list. Let's make it 75 million. And Barca have accepted the offer. I'm worried this could be another one where PAF tell us I'm not allowed to spend that much money, but we'll sharp find out. And I think even with Riviere, I still think we need a little bit of firepower up front. So let's do it. Let's go for Lukaku. There we go. Let's make an offer. Value isn't very much. Well, let's call it 15 million. That seems quite low for a Lukaku, but let's suggest the terms. The offer is in for Belgium's own Jordan Lukaku. Jordan Lukaku, he's interested. I mean, I was trying to keep up some facade that I was bidding for the wrong Lukaku. I knew fine well I was bidding for Jordan Lukaku, but either way, he's coming to St James's Park. Let's get him in. Maybe he can play up front just like his brother. 125 grand a week, signing on fee. £4.2 million, big agent fee, suggest the terms, and that offer has been accepted. Why doesn't Coutinho want to come? I want to spend my money. He isn't currently interested in entering negotiations with Newcastle. Screw you, Phil Coutinho, you're crap anyway now. Decline the press conference. I'm not in the mood to talk. I'm too upset about Coutinho. Who's a big name that we could get on big money? I mean, I would have thought Coutinho might have had a bit of a chance with the money we could have offered him. The club they're happy with the financial aspect of signing Jack Wilshere, but they're not happy with the finances involving the Jack Colback deal. That's not very good, is it? Lukaku moved delayed due to work permit. That should be done in the next few days, which is good to see. It turns out wasting £200 million is a lot harder than I actually thought. Financial fair play. We don't need to worry about financial fair play, man. We're minted. We can just buy our way out of financial fair play. That's how it works, isn't it? I think one of the things about this deal is it's really pissed off the other 19 Premier League clubs. So what I might do is, well, what I'm going to try and do is do a bit of peacekeeping. I've already given Man United some money. They've already benefited from this takeover. I'm going to go... Watford have done the same. They've got 10 million out of it. I'm going to go through each club and I'm going to buy a player. Just, to try and smooth things over. Give each team a little bit of cash just to kind of, smooth things over. Who would go for from Arsenal? Let's have a little look. I mean, Maitland-Niles seemed pretty keen to leave over the summer, so we'll go for him. And he could cost us a fair bit of money, actually. Transfer value between 34 and 50 million pounds. We'll call it 50. We'll make that offer. Offer accepted. Let's go to Aston Villa. See who we can get from there. There's not really anyone here that's wetting my whistle. Not really anyone I'm too keen to sign. Let's get Trezeguet just for the shirt sales. People might think it's the actual Trezeguet. He's injured until the start of next year. Will that cost him a medical? Maybe. Let's make an offer anyway, just to show we're trying. Just to show we're willing investors. You know what it is? Scrap this buying from every Premier League club. Screw them for being upset at the takeover. Balls to the lot of them. Especially Tottenham. I'm not signing anyone from you. Let's make an offer for Harry Kane though, just to annoy them. I mean, I don't think Harry Kane's going to want to come to St James's Park, but you never know. Have we actually not got enough money? We actually haven't got enough money for him. Although we might. Nope, not accepted. Damn you, Daniel Levy. Damn you straight to hell. Oh, let's just get Dele Alli and be done with the whole thing. Maybe Dele Alli will want to come. Oh, I've made an inquiry. That's not what I wanted to do. I've hit the wrong button. Right, withdraw that. Oh, for goodness sake. Right, now we can make an offer. Let's call it 40 million. for 46 million for Dele Alli. 46.5. Offer accepted. Come on. He will bloody go, as Romano always says. Right, we've had offers accepted. Maitland-Niles, big 50 million offer accepted. He could be the club's record signing. Let's start the negotiations. He's going to be an important player. That's fine with me. Onto the contract. And if he's going to be the record signing, he needs to be the record wage earner as well. So he's going to get 195 grand a week, 5 million sign on, and an agent fee of £1 million. And they think I should sign Maitland-Niles, whatever the price. I mean, Maitland-Niles isn't a bad player. I'm just trying to waste money here. That's that one done. That should be a good deal. Trezeguet. Can't really remember why I was trying to sign Trezeguet. Apparently Javi Manquillo's going the other way. No, we need to keep Javi. He's alright, isn't he? Dele Alli, he's interested. He wants to come to St James's Park. He knows where his bread's buttered. Yes, Dele Alli, you love to see it. Oh, God. Why can't I offer this much money? Oh, they're not letting us offer. Oh, why aren't they letting me offer this much money? Oh, no. No. I can only offer Dele Alli £100 a week. Why? Oh, we're going to have to walk away. This has gone terribly wrong. Sorry, Dele. Good news on the Maitland-Niles deal, though. That's an exciting one. And there it is, your club record signing, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, for £51 million. Come on, get it up, yeah. Right, here's a quick way of wasting some more money. Let's boost the collective bonuses for trophies, because we're bound to win some of them. I mean, we're not, but let's confirm that. We'll boost them to the highest. That'll entice the players to play better, because they're all bloody money grabbers. Aston Villa make loan. Christ, Aston Villa are desperate for Manquillo. Go away, man. You've had your chance and you blew it. I mean, they didn't do anything wrong, to be fair to them, but either way, it's not happening. I mean, obviously Newcastle have got Santiago Munoz on loan, the star of goal. Is there perhaps a Gavin Harris kicking about somewhere in the realms of Football Manager that we can spend a bit of money on? Let's have a little look, chuck him in the search engine. I'm worried there probably won't be, but you never know. Calvin Harris. Calvin Harris is the closest as we can get. Let's get Calvin Harris. He doesn't look like the superstar DJ, but he looks like a man who, I mean, considering Santiago Munoz isn't called, well, he's Munoz, not Munez. Let's just go for it. Let's get Calvin Harris in. It'll be like the Wish version of Munez and Harris. I can never get it right. £8.5 million to get Calvin Harris, not the superstar DJ, to the club. I still think we need another marquee signing. I'm not really sure who it could be. Although £50 million on Ainsley Maitland-Niles was an absolute shit ton of cash, to be honest with you. Calvin Harris doesn't want to join because he's only just joined. You dickhead, Calvin Harris. You've ruined the dream of Munez and Harris. Goal's one of the best film franchises that have ever been made, if you've never seen any films before. Excellent news. Jordan Lukaku's got himself a work permit, so he's on his way. £16.25 million to be deducted from the £110 million transfer budget. It's going down. I mean, it would be worrying if it was still going up, but it's definitely going down. Especially once we've got the Riviere deal as well. Lukaku has arrived. Excellent. Squad, I mean, doesn't really matter what the squad is. Let's get the new boys all in. It actually looks like we're running out of space in the squad, which is a little bit of an issue. So maybe we'll have to sell a few players or just leave some to rot in the reserves. Let's see where the land lies once we've got the Riviere deal sorted out. I think that's meant to happen in the next couple of days, wasn't it? Right, we've got a little bit more progress. Joe Linton's been granted a new work permit, so he signed his bumper contract worth £54 million. The news has gone down well, which is good to see. 195 grand a week until 2026. All we need now is Emmanuel Riviere through the door. Come on, where is the Frenchman? Here he is. The work permit has been granted. Riviere on his way back. I've clicked on the wrong thing. Let's go back. There we are. Emmanuel Riviere, £10.75 million deducted from the transfer budget of 94 million. So we've spent half of the cash, and we've also pumped a lot of money into the wages. So maybe we need to adjust the budget just to see where the land actually lies, because that's why we couldn't get a deal done for Dele Alli. Riviere is back. He is back at the club. Big signing. Scored a lot of goals the last time. I think he scored once, to be honest with you. Let's check the finances out here. It says we've got a transfer budget of 83 million. We're going to have to adjust the budget because we're spending way more on wages than we can really afford to. Let's make it 260. And we've got 200 grand to play with, and we've still got 54 million pounds to spend. But who do we spend it on? That is the big, all-important question. I mean, who could we waste money on? Who's had money wasted on him before? And I mean, my first thought was Alvaro Morata, but I don't really think he'll want to move to St James's Park. And we don't need him. We've got Joe Linton and Emmanuel Riviere, for goodness sake. I know exactly who we can waste some money on. He plays for Wolves, he runs really fast, and he does absolutely nothing with it. That's right, it has got to be Adama Traore. He has got to be the final piece of the jigsaw here. He's a wanted man. He's wanted by Tottenham. We can rival Tottenham, I'm sure, especially financially. £47 million. And we can go to 54, I think it was. Let's go 55, just out of interest. They've accepted £55 million. We could be getting a new record signing at St James's Park. This is exciting. It's just came to be in a vision. Adama Traore on one wing, just running aimlessly. Alan St-Maximin on the other, running less aimlessly. Let's start the negotiations. He's incredibly keen to move to St James's Park. It's what you love to see. He wants a big pay rise. He's going to be a star player. He's keen. I'm excited. Let's get to the contract. Can we do a deal, please? He wants 110 grand a week. Let's call it 140. We'll not give him the yearly wage rise that he wants. Signing on fee, £7.5 million. Suggest terms. This could be a goer, guys. This is exciting. Adama Traore could be I couldn't even say his name there. I'm not excited. Adama Traore could be the final signing of this wasted £200 million. And this is the most excited I've been since ever. This is incredibly exciting. He's not my cup of tea, Adama Traore, but some people like him. And if you're one of those people, I'm sorry for you. But I'm just hoping we can get this deal done, and then we can begin to think about part 2 of this video, which will be coming up on Sunday. More on that though in a moment. Let's focus on this Adama Traore deal. Let's get this, as Alan Pardew used to say, over the line. Oh, apparently there's pressure. Despite reports claiming that a deal is done for Adama Traore, speculation persists that his agent is continuing his attempts to drum up a latent interest. Eddie McGee, you knob. Just send Traore up to the club. It's what he wants. It's what we want. It's what the viewers want. It's what everyone wants. Give the people what they want. Let Adama Traore come to Newcastle United. I mean, it still doesn't look like there's been a rival offer from Spurs or anyone, so they've got no choice. He's getting huge money. Wolves are getting a big slice of pie for letting him go. It's got to happen. God, this Adama Traore deal is taking its sweet, sweet time. Are we going to get there? The Wolves fans really hope he stays. The squad aren't happy with how I've treated Jacob Murphy. They'll get over it once I've signed Adama. Is it going to happen? Man City want Emre Can. That's an irrelevance. Ben Foster's gone on a coaching course. Get it on the YouTube, mate. I look forward to watching it. You can show us what you had for lunch. You can tell us what's in your packed lunch. That'll be exciting. Oh, it looks like we've got a bit of movement. He's obviously accepted the offer. He's agreed to sign for the club, but he needs a work permit. 4 more days until we get Adama Traore to St James's Park. The final piece of the jigsaw. Let's get this over the line, and then we're done. We're out of here. We've done what we came to do. We have spent a load of money. This is the final one. All he needs is a work permit to get over the line, and that could be coming his way on the 12th of August. Bad news though, Phil Jones is injured. Only for 3 days, that's fine. That's nothing to worry about. Have a few days off, Phil. Enjoy yourself. See the family. Maybe make a cake with the kids. Go for a nice walk. Take the dog out. Or do DJing or whatever it is you quite like. Finally, the deal has been done. Traore granted a work permit. Let's accept the deal. £56 million to be deducted from our £55 million budget. We have spent every last penny possible at Newcastle United. We have spent our £200 million transfer budget. We've spread it across a bit of wages as well, so it's probably not quite that much that was spent. But Adama Traore is in. Let's add him to the squad. Who can we bin just to get him in the team? We'll get rid of Ryan Fraser. He wasn't very good. I want to get Wilshere in as well. Who can we get rid of? Kieran Clark. Let's get rid of Kieran Clark. Sorry, Kieran, but you know, needs must and all that. Riviera's in, and that is my 25-man Premier League squad. Let's have a little look at the transfers. Just round up this business. The first signing, Jack Wilshere on a free. Then we've got Jack Colback for 10 million. Phil Jones for 10.25. Ben Foster for 10. Maitland-Niles for a club record 50 million. We've got the wrong Lukaku for 15 million. £10 million on Riviere. Then we broke the club's transfer record once again. £55 million on Adama Traore. On top of that, we've given Joe Linton a new £195,000 a week contract. In total on transfers, we have spent a whopping £155.25 million. That is an absolutely astonishing amount of money on what is not a very good crop of players. I mean, Maitland-Niles is okay, Adama's decent, the rest, it's not great. But I said at the start I was going to waste the £200 million Newcastle gave us, and I'd like to think I have done just that. But how will it impact Newcastle in the coming season? What I am going to do now is this is the end of the wasting the £200 million. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to send my manager on holiday for a season. I'm going to simulate a year into the future and see how Newcastle get on in the Premier League. In our next video on Sunday, we will go through that season. We will see how the wasted Newcastle millions get on in the first year since the Saudi takeover. If you're looking forward to that video, drop a like. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But we are going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I've just said that. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo. And until next time, we will see you around.